Bound for the Western Sea, the canine account of the Lewis and Clark expedition by Laura Lee Yates, with music by Harry Harpoon. On the winter night in 1802, when I was born, my grandmother, who was a wise old bitch, reported that a fiery star flew across the Newfoundland sky and vanished into the west. With a snort and a shake of her graying muzzle, she predicted for me the life of a rover. But my travels surpassed her wildest dreams, for my journey with the Corps of Discovery was the grandest any canine has ever known.
She said for me 'twas a roving life, bound for the Western Sea, boys. Lots of trouble, toil, and strife, and we're bound for the Western Sea, boys. Bound for the Western Sea.
When we reached our stopping place for the night, everyone was exhausted and edgy. Meriwether was too busy surveying a crack in one of the canoes to pay me any mind, so on sore paws, I limped off to do my business. Sharp rocks jabbed with every step until I located a sandy depression where I could nap in peace. Why stay awake for a supper of roots anyway? I flopped down with my head on my paws and closed my eyes. I woke to the pinch of a rope tight around my muzzle, more rope around my neck, and the prick of a blade at my hindquarters. I sprang up, but the noose tightened around my throat until I could hardly catch breath. Two dark faces leered at me from either side, tugging on the ropes. Was this a nightmare? No, the blade prodding the flesh beside my tail was all too real, and I could scent my own blood over the rank smell of the Indians around me. Why had I gone off by myself, let down my guard? Another poke from the knife, and I lurched forward, trying to escape the pain, which delighted the Indians, who loosened the stranglehold around my neck. When I balked, the ropes tightened again until I gasped for air. The blade jabbed. I jumped forward again, and the Indians kept me moving, away from the camp, from the Corps of Discovery, from Meriwether. I tried to howl, but the rope around my muzzle was drawn so tight, I only managed to whine. Was this what the great mystery had planned for me? Each step brought me closer to a horrible fate. I could almost feel the flames of a fire, smell my own flesh cooking. I tried to turn my head to look back toward camp, but the Indian at the rear made a stabbing motion. The rope that bound my muzzle slacked for just a moment, though, and I pawed at it, gaining enough space to manage a single woof before it snugged again. Then the grip around my neck squeezed so tightly I struggled to see through a dark fog. Was that the sound of the sea roaring in my ears? My paws seemed to float, gliding faster and faster. I was diving deep, deeper than any seal, as deep as a whale, away from the blades of humans that wanted to flay my flesh from my bones. There, in the dark, where it was cold and quiet, I would be safe. But I was alone. Where was my master?